Hello and welcome back to our Vlandian night, and well, we have a relatively similar situation on our hands here. However, we are no longer joined by a number of vassals, and as a result, it is just me and my army, and we're just chilling out, well, quite literally, in the snow of this previously known as the Stygian territory, I suppose, and we're going to be doing some battle against the Northern Empire. So you can see here, these guys have almost 900 units, and I'm really surprised that they wanted to defend Mazhadan Castle in such a vigorous manner. I actually would have expected them to not so much give up, but be a little bit more cautious in their actions. But apparently they have not decided to do that. Okay, so actually, you know what? You know what I'm actually going to do? I'm not going to move my infantry like this. I'm going to move my infantry back here. We're going to move my my archers onto the top of this small hill. This is not really the best, by the way. I mean, you can quite clearly tell that this is not really the best vantage point for archers to have. Can I actually even place them there? Do they even do that? Yes. Okay, they are actually doing that now. Okay, fantastic. And we have 3 horse archers. That's really not very good, is it? No. That is really not very good, but we'll be fine. We'll be okay. But my main concern here is basically making sure that our units survive as much as possible. That's it. That is literally all I want to do. So, to prioritize that survival, we obviously have to get my archers firing away at the opponent as much as they possibly can. Look at how much damage is being dealt already. It is nice. Let's tell our cavalry to charge in versus the enemy cavalry. Maybe I can, yes. Oh, it's a good laugh, isn't it? It's a good laugh for me to say, oh, maybe I can go over there and try and charge in. No, that's probably not going to be something that I'll do. I will try to be a little bit of, should we say, a little bit of an opportunist. So we're going to see if I can maybe do a little bit of damage here and there. Oh, nice damage. There we go. That was some good damage right there. Maybe we can do a little bit more of that, if you know what I mean. So a little bit more, you know, caution, and just try to be careful in general, because let's face it, we really cannot do with an army that ends up losing like what 80 or 90% of our units every single time we engage. And that's exactly the reason why what I'm doing here is perfect. This is a pretty perfect strategy for us, and I think we should do all right with it. Unfortunately, I can't kill the enemy lord. It would have been nice to do that, but he seems to be quite resilient at the moment due to my ineptitude. Ha! Yes, that's the main reason. Oh, yes, very nice. Look at that. Poke in the leg. Wonderful. Okay, so basically all I'm going to do is I'm just going to let them do this kind of thing. I'm just going to let them come at me if they want to, and then I will try to defeat them in a very defensive manner, and then we will wait for them to come again, because obviously they have the numbers, so we really do not want to, you know, force ourselves into a situation where we... Oh, nice hit. Nice hit from that Britannian Fian champion right there. But yeah, we don't really want to force ourselves into a situation where we're going to be winning in an uncomfortable way. And obviously, you know what that means. That means winning from the standpoint of someone that is just extremely happy that they won at all. You know, we would like to be in a situation where we were extremely confident the entire time, and we were like, oh yes, we know that that was going to be a decisive victory. And that's what I'm trying to do here. So that's the reason why I'm actually not charging straight on in. You know, I'm not charging straight on in with my own forces. I'm actually going to charge my cavalry in now as well. Patience does pay off, in my opinion, especially in Bannerlord. I feel like there used to be some... this is actually a bit of a funny... Well, it's a funny occurrence, shall we say, that used to happen quite often in Warband, especially in mods. Doesn't really happen too much in native, because of course native doesn't really have any kind of formation AI or any kind of AI that tells them to be a little bit more defensive most of the time. There is a little bit of a cautious nature to the vassals that you fight sometimes, but not all the time. And I would say probably like 80% of the time, they are just going to charge in, you know, however they like, pretty much. Reckless abandon, pretty much. And in some mods, and I think the main perpetrator of this particular thing is Perisno. I feel like Perisno does suffer from this particular problem quite a bit, and I'm not entirely sure why it was, because I attempted to fix it multiple times, even going so far as to trawl through all of the comments on the mod page, and a lot of people had some solutions for it, like setting your battle size to the same thing as in your camp menu and so on. And I did all of that, and it still did not make any difference. So I assume it is just literally a bug that is in the mod's base coding or whatever it may be. I don't know. But generally, yeah. So what would happen is it would basically cause the enemy's units to take up a hold position on the other side of the map. And obviously, because this is a mod that has a lot of work poured into it, the maps are pretty large for the most part, and they're pretty detailed, and you kind of you know you want to experience them as much as you possibly can. However, unfortunately, because of this bug, it has indeed made it basically impossible to fight against any vassals in many different situations, because they just stand there. They just hold position. The AI just holds position the entire time and doesn't do anything else. They don't come toward you, they just stand there. And when you get to the other side of the map, which obviously is very, very difficult to do if you are running with an infantry-focused force, which you probably shouldn't be doing in general in Perisno, because infantry is not that strong. Cavalry is very, very strong in that. And generally, obviously, that's just how it is. You know, cavalry is generally very strong in pretty much every aspect. However, if you have, and indeed decided to go for an infantry-focused army, or even an archer-focused army, it is going to take about 5 to 10 minutes, maybe even longer than that. It depends on the movement speed of your troops, of course, to get over to the other side. It takes a huge amount of time for that to happen. So in the end, if you have to do multiple battles in a row and you're consistently facing this kind of situation, it just will not work, and eventually it just becomes so tedious that you just stop playing. You just have to stop playing, because it literally destroys all the enjoyment, in my opinion, which is really sad, because I actually feel like mods like that are really, really good. It is just the fact that these bugs really ruin the entire experience, which is really a shame. Things like Pendor, for example. Pendor, right? Pendor is fantastic. I've never really had any problems with Pendor, and I would definitely say that if you have to go with any total conversion that is not focused in Calradia and uses a different map, then I'd highly recommend doing Pendor. I feel like Prophecy of Pendor is, ooh, yeah, that's probably the top tier total conversion. There are numerous others, by the way. There are huge amounts of very high quality total conversions. I'm not saying that is, that is the best or anything, but that is a really, really good starting point. It increases the difficulty pretty dramatically as well, by the way. So if you are not really someone that is familiar with the gameplay mechanics in the base game of Warband, it's highly recommended to go through the base game and try to conquer the map first. On that, you don't want to go into Pendor straight away. It's gonna be a rude awakening. I know it was for me. Oh yeah, my original series of Pendor was super funny, mainly for the fact that I basically had no idea what I was doing. I had basically done maybe 30 or 40 episodes in native, and you may think, oh, that's enough, surely. That's enough. Actually, I don't think so, to be honest. I think 30 to 40 episodes is surely not enough in that situation, because in the first 10 episodes, I turned the difficulty all the way up as well. In Pendor, I put it on maximum. So I had 100 and... What was it now? I think it was like 100 and something percentage difficulty increase or something like that. And yeah, you can quite clearly see in those videos that was not a good idea. No, that was surely not a good idea. But it was a funny experience nevertheless, and we're just going to be upgrading some of our troops here as well. But it's very cool to... I mean, I feel like it's quite nice to reminisce about those times at the very least, because mods like Pendor and numerous other total conversions, Light and Darkness is fantastic. That is obviously set in Calradia, but is a little bit different for someone that has played Warband only, because it is actually Light and Darkness is set in the original Mountain Blades map. So there's a little bit of a difference there if you've only played Warband, which I very much recommend. I think Light and Darkness is one of the best mods, if not the best, for Warband. And, oh dear, we might be having some issues here. We might actually get ourselves attacked once again. I would very much not appreciate that. This might be problematic. This might be problematic. Okay, let me actually just take a quick look at my character screen here, because I would very much like to see if I've gained any additional traits. I haven't? Okay. Well, that's interesting. Okay, very, very nice. Okay, well, we've got 15,000 so far. Hopefully my trebuchets will be able to do a pretty decent job of eliminating the ballistas, and they will not take too much damage as a result. And my medicinal skills are hopefully going up. Okay, so the Northern Empire is wanting a peace proposal. I will not be taking that right now, mainly because I don't think they can really gather an army suitable to take us on at the moment, and I'd very much like to take at least this castle before we make any kind of peace agreement. So let's see if we can actually do that. I'm hopeful that by the time the day ticks around, we should have taken down the walls. Come on. Ah, really? Are you serious? Ah, okay, well, that is somewhat problematic. Okay, you know what? I'm going to actually speak to this guy. Ooh. Oh, he actually said that he would like to... okay, wait a minute. Ah, Morcon. Oh, are you serious? Ah, okay, yeah. Morcon is apparently his clan leader, but as you can see, we actually do have an advantage in combat strength. Hopefully my medicinal skill has actually done a pretty decent job of getting us back up to almost full strength, and we'll see what they decide to do. Oh, the insanity of this. What is the definition of insanity again? Doing something multiple times and expecting a different result? Or something along those lines, you know. That was popularized by, what was it now? Far Cry 3, I believe, wasn't it? Was it Far Cry 3? I think so, because Vaas, right? Vaas, the main antagonist of that game, was yeah, excellent. Very, very well written, wasn't he? If you haven't played Far Cry 3 or, well, I would say the later iterations might be a little bit less good, but Far Cry 3 definitely something to check out if you're interested in first-person shooters at all. And it has a pretty cool story. It has a pretty cool story. You know, obviously ups and downs here and there, but in general, I would say it's pretty solid. Otherwise, we're gonna do some damage. Oh yes. Oh, they got chosen wolves. Oh, okay. Hello. They also have a number of Khuzait cavalry, which I wasn't very pleased to see. Oh, hello there. You are a leader. I will be attempting to murder you in many different ways. There we are. Take him down, archers. Ah, he's proving to be a kind of annoying, isn't he? He might be running away now, or he might be attempting to safeguard himself. He has gotten low, in my opinion. I think he's taken quite a bit of damage from us. Is this him? I think it is. Yes, that is Tassinor himself. Eliminate him, friends. Let us get him. Yeah, so far we've done pretty well, I would say, but well, obviously we're outnumbered once again. Oh, nice. Got him in the shoulder. Probably not a mortal wound, let's face it. but we don't really need mortal wounds, do we? Alright, so I'm going to tell my infantry to charge in now. Mainly because we want them to kind of chase after some of their forces. And we're actually just going to charge everyone. We're just going to charge everyone. Now, what I've noticed in my editing on the previous episode, I actually noticed that some of my, shall we say, more glaring mistakes, in other words, getting myself killed, definitely need to be reduced. Because, as you could no doubt tell in the previous battle, when we had an insane amount of enemies fighting us, my main problem, and indeed the reason why we lost so many units in that fight, was purely due to the fact that the auto-delegation took over after I had been taken out. And if I had stayed alive, that would not have happened. And we would have been able to continue our consolidation, we would have given ourselves solidified lines, and our formations would have been sturdy. However, that did not happen because I got myself killed. So, as I say, I'm going to try to reduce that kind of thing, but generally I like to get in there, I like to do damage, I like to have fun running around, doing some damage with my couch lancing and so on and so forth. That's generally what the game is all about for me, going in and having fun in the combat system, because the combat is very enjoyable. That's the point, you know? But obviously, I'm going to have to find more enjoyment in commanding units, and I'm actually doing that in this episode. I'm actually finding a lot of fun in doing that, and you know, being more opportunistic, as I said at the early stages of this episode, being more opportunistic in my attempts to attack the enemy. That really makes a huge difference. And I don't know whether you've noticed, but I haven't mentioned it yet in this episode, but my influence, oh yes, my influence has reached a level that no one can ever reach ever again. No, they can of course do that. But I am actually going to be abolishing peerage right now. 1,500. Why do you need Why? Why? What? Okay, well, apparently, I'm not able to do that for some reason. I really don't know why. But okay. I spent 100 for nothing. I now need 1,600. I thought I only needed 1,200 to be able to do it. Okay, well, I was actually really surprised. Actually, not surprised. Well, I was very surprised about that, to be honest. But I was actually very excited about being able to finally get that gone. But, yeah, okay, well, perfect health, clan members' fertility is increased by 20%. I personally don't care about that. Clan life expectancy increased by 10%. I guess we'll just take that. And we'll see how that goes. I think in general we're doing pretty well in most situations. And we're just going to be leveling up some people here. 19 troops leveled up. That's good. And we have some pretty decent units, I'd say. I mean, they're not completely amazing, but they are good in my opinion. Okay, so I have 127 wounded. This is going to be very problematic. If another band of units comes along, like, oh wow. Oh. Right. Why are they like this? Why is the Northern Empire like this? Okay, you know what? I've gotten the walls down. I'm literally just gonna leave, because you can see here. Look at that. Gifor's army is coming over to us, and he's basically like, "Hey, what's up?" You know. And this is not exactly great. Okay, wait a minute. Let's have a look. Epiphyria. Okay, I have no idea who that is. That's a new one. That is definitely a new one. Okay, well let's go over to Varcheg. Let's take a little bit of stock here. I'm pretty sure that they will not be able to restore the walls in that period of time. So if I can go over to Varcheg, I really wanted to take that castle. Really wanted to take that. Oh well, never mind. Let's see what happens, because we might very well be able to do something about it in just a second. Okay, so let's go into our party screen real quick, because we need to make sure that Thorgood is at the top. Where is he? Where are you hiding, Thorgood of Doncaster? Where is he actually? There. No, there he is. Completely missed him. All right, move him to the top. There we go. And you can tell what we're going to do now. Yes, we're going to be making a couple of weapons here while he is at the top of our list. There we go. And we're going to be refining some stuff. So let's see what I can do. I don't have a huge amount of charcoal or anything like that, so I'm going to have to be a little bit careful about what I do. But hopefully... There we go. Hopefully we can smelt some stuff as well, which is going to be very important. As you can see, this actually gives us some resources too. But we're going to... Oh, yeah. Oh, are you serious with it? We don't have any hardwood? Really? We don't have any hardwood? I can't believe it. Do they have some? They have one. They have one. Right. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Okay, well, whatever the case, let's just sell all of this stuff as much as we can. And there we go. Nice. Okay, so we're just going to go and buy some desert horses. And then we will move on. And we'll go back to Revel, I suppose. And we'll see if we can maybe buy some hardwood there. That actually reminds me, I really do need to go over to Botanian territory, because they have a number of villages that actually have hardwood as a resource. And I think that would be very nice. It seems like the war against the Azarai is actually going quite well, which I suppose is the reason why we don't have too many Vlandian vassals in the area or anything like that. Okay, so the owner of this castle is going to be Ekarand, apparently. I don't even know why, to be honest. He seems to just take and take and take, and that's pretty much all I can do. I can't do anything else about it, because peerage is completely stopping me from doing that, which, again, is something that I do want to abolish. I absolutely do want to try and get it gone, but it is something that will have to take a bit of time, I think. And we're having some issues with this. That is for sure. We are definitely having some issues. Okay, so let me actually just take a quick look here. Is there anything that I can smelt? There we go. Pitchforks. I have... Okay, wait a minute. I have none! Look at that! I actually... Oh, now they're grinding my gears. Now they're grinding my gears. Like, serious business here. Okay, well, let's just choose a couple of prisoners to be ransomed then, I suppose. That seems to be the best thing that I can possibly do here at the moment. And otherwise, we'll just get rid of these. There we go. Nice. Okay, that's all gone. And we have a number of these as well. And there we go. Oh, there's actually a lot of them. Nice. Okay. Happy with that. Happy with that. And yeah, okay. So we're going to be making our way back to Mazhadan Castle. We won't be doing any smithing right now, disappointingly enough, to be honest. I actually thought it would be very cool to do some, because then it would, you know, maybe give us some more bargaining chips if we potentially get into any persuasive situations. Aha! Alright, so I think this might actually be working out quite nicely for us now. I am pretty much just going to... I mean, we're going to see. We're going to see, because you never know whether Mr. Gifor is going to come along. Yes, look, there he is. Is that him? No, that's Fafan's army. Of course it is. Of course it is. Okay, okay. You know what? I'm going to do some damage to these guys. My patience has worn thin with these imbeciles. Yeah, talk about the, yes, you know, talk about me calling them that, you know, considering I'm kind of that. Okay, so, yes, what do they have? Let's actually just take a quick look. Okay, I'm gonna do some damage. What? Oh, they've really got to remove this. They've really got to remove this automated, running to the army thing. I feel like that is just completely unnecessary. All right, let's do this. You asked for it, Fafan. You certainly asked for this. So I will be murdering you. Summarily. Very nice. Okay, so technically, you know what? They're pretty far away. But technically what would be good is staying back there. If I wanted to be cautious, I'd stay back there. But if I wanted to be aggressive, then I'll move forward. And I think I'm going to be aggressive this time around. We're gonna be a little bit more you know, a little bit more of an agitator in this particular battle, and we'll see how that goes. What do you bet I'm going to get killed instantly? That's probably going to happen, you know. It's me. It's me. You know, I am known for those kinds of things. So let's see whether we can maybe move forward a little bit here. Okay, so my cavalry is doing battle with their cavalry. Should be perfectly fine. Shouldn't have too many difficulties there. Oh. What? Okay, what is this? They're actually... Wow, they're literally just staying on the other side of the battlefield. I would not have expected this. This is actually a role reversal, if you can tell. Yeah, this is a role reversal. Very interesting. Okay, so the AI is completely just deciding to let us dictate the flow of battle, which Am I okay with that? Maybe. Maybe I'm okay with it. We'll see. And I said, this is the thing. I'm being a bit too careful now with my attacks. Even though I am being aggressive, I am being too careful with my own attacks. Like that, for example. If I had been a little bit more to the right, if my trajectory had just been a little bit more to the right, I would have been able to get that guy in one hit. But obviously, completely misjudged that. So... yeah, let's see what we can do. Let's put these guys up here. Oh, yes, my archers. Oh, this is going to be a fantastic vantage point for them. I cannot wait to see them in action at this point. This is going to be great. And my cavalry can probably start to follow me now, and my horse archers can do the same. Where are the enemy cavalry? I think they're all eliminated. But yeah, look at this. This is a perfect setup. Absolutely perfect setup. We have infantry in a highly specialized shield wall formation, and we have archers in a loose formation. Oh, they're not actually in a loose formation. What? Why are they not in a loose formation? Oh, we would have done so much more damage. I actually thought I put them in a loose formation. Weird. Okay, I must have done that wrong. Oh well, never mind. Not that big a deal, considering we're up against some pretty low-tier units and should be okay, but we would have been able to kill them much faster in a loose formation. Oh well, never mind. Yes, eliminate the high-tier units. Bruce, very good. Yes, there we go. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Azurai. Some Azurai actually here as well? Seems they've got some very multicultural armies here. Lots of defections going on by the looks of things. Which I suppose is to be expected, considering the Northern Empire is quite large. So a lot of people would probably want to join the faction. And wouldn't have too many scruples about it. You know, they'd basically just be like, yes, I would like to join this very powerful faction. Thank you. You know, welcome me with open arms and so on. Yeah, they would probably love to do that. Oh, that guy got murdered. All right, so that is indeed a victory for us. And we lost... we seem to always lose 22. Have you noticed that? That is a bit weird. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. But anyway, Botanian Fion Champion, and we'll take an Imperial Elite as well. And there we go. Pelisor? Ooh, look at that. Pelisor has joined us. Finally. Oh, look at that. That is very nice indeed. I am happy to see him. All right, so we're going to be letting all these guys go. More relation, the better. More relation. Give me all the sweet, sweet relation that we could ever desire, and then we will be the most persuasive beast that the world has ever known. They'll still want 10 million for it, won't they? Okay, so let's rescue all those troops. We're actually over the amount that we can have, amazingly enough. I'm not entirely sure why that is, but I guess we will be getting rid of some... these looters actually... oh, they go into that. Okay, that's great. That's very nice indeed. Okay, so yes, we're going to be getting rid of the militia and anything else that can't really level up. Oh, wow. Seems like I have mostly everything that can level up now. The foresters, as far as I'm aware, are not that good. They do have 100 in bows, but that's basically it. So I'm gonna get rid of those for the moment. And do I still have... I think I'm okay now. I think I'm okay now. Yeah, I'm over the prisoner limit, of course, but that's basically it. Okay, that's good. All right, we'll take all the loot. Oh, massive amounts of loot as well. Can't wait to sell that. All right, so do you want to fight? Do you want to fight? No, see? Now they're not fighting. Now, of course, they're not fighting. Phew. Oh, they grind my gears super hard. They do. All right, let's go in here once again. Going to get an Onager up and running and a Ballista, apparently, because I misclicked. And then we'll do another Onager. Let's see what they bring out of the woodwork this time, because I'm pretty sure I can achieve victory here. It really just needs that little extra time. You know, I just need that little bit of extra time to get this in a good situation. Siege engines have 20% more hit points. Nice. I like it. All right, so let's continue to do this. And yeah, I still have almost maximum troops, so I can't recruit any of my prisoners, unfortunately, even though I might want to. There's a nice Onager up and running. Can you destroy anything? Are you serious right now? Do I really need to do that? Apparently, apparently we're declaring war on Britannia now as well. Why? Why do this, Flandia? Why do this to yourself? I'm gonna have to say yes to this because of peerage. Okay. Don't worry, we are going to get rid of peerage. I've been trying, as you can no doubt tell. I've been trying with the amount of, influence that I'm attempting to get from all of these fights. It's just not enough for some reason. And now I'm going to be attacked again. Are you serious right now? Come on, Onagers, fire. Are they proposing? Who's proposing peace? What do you bet it's the Northern Empire? Yeah, it is the Northern Empire. They grind my gear so heavily right now. They really grind my gear so heavily. But we are at war against the Botanians, so I suppose I will instead change target and attempt to take Varcheg again, because that is much more valuable than any castle. So I would be pretty happy to try and take that if we can make it work. Obviously, I'm going to need to see if we can even do that. They have 800 units there, but what kind of unit quality do they have? That's the main thing. We should really take a look at that. Because if the unit quality is trash, then we'll be absolutely fine. But if it isn't, then, well. Okay, so they have... they do have some Botanian Fiant champions in there. And... That seems it. They have 18 of those. Okay. I think we could probably do it. So we're going to try. And if anyone decides to appear, then of course we will probably get out of there. But, oh, look at that. We actually took another castle. Seems like the Vlandians are on a tear in Azerai territory. They seem to be doing a pretty decent job down there. Oh, Desporion. Okay, sure. Desporion is apparently going to be getting this fief. I'm happy to give it to him. I think that's pretty good. And we'll see what else actually transpires here. I'm very much hoping... Oh, hello. That's a very strong vassal. Wait a minute. Nope. Okay. Apparently not a very strong vassal. He is... he's fielding some very low-tier units. I don't have to worry about him at all. If he decides to attack us, we should be absolutely fine. Let's continue upgrading our troops as much as we possibly can as well. Of course. Of course. Right. Yeah. Melody's army is, of course, responding to our attack. Yeah. I'm going to have to call for my own army, but we will be doing that in the next episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.